Dragon Ball Z just made everything canon. Director Toritaro came out and said everything in Dragon Ball is canon now, which is insane. Apparently it's just different timelines I've been hearing. And I'm waiting on someone to drop the timeline map. The only other form of media that I know that has something like this is Zelda, with this very long and complex timeline for where each game falls. So we really need a timeline like this for Dragon Ball, which I'm pretty sure it's easy to make. It follows the same story from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, and then splits off at GT, then you got Super, and then you got Daima. So 3 different timelines after that. And then it'll only get more complex as it keeps going on. But I want to get that out the way. What this video is really finna be about is my thoughts on Dragon Ball GT. Now GT is very old. I wasn't on the internet and watched it at a very young age. So I low-key thought everybody liked GT because I liked it. In fact, I really loved it. I actually think it's tied with Super. I don't like it any more than Super, and I don't like Super any more than it. Sure, the plot of GT might have been with them shrinking Goku back down to a kid, but in hindsight, I really like the premise and the ending. They've used the Dragon Balls way too much, which makes a lot of sense because they're so powerful now that they can really go find the Dragon Balls in just a day. So it's really fucking up the universe. And if they don't go out on a long adventure to different planets to try to find the Black Star Dragon Balls, really the whole universe is going to be destroyed. So basically you have Goku, Trunks, and Pan, and they're all going to these different planets trying to find the Black Star Dragon Balls. And I'm a sucker for adventure anime, so I really liked it. And one thing that I like in GT, people complain a lot in Super that Goku doesn't act his age. But in GT, he literally acts his age. Pan's always like, grandpa, grandpa. Like he's actually acting like his age in GT, which is crazy. So I genuinely don't know why he's hated on so much. Even though, yes, he is a kid acting like a grandpa finally. It took him getting turned into a kid to finally act like a grandpa. But nevertheless, he still acts way more mature. And early on, like seeing him hide from the enemy and just the aesthetic, it's so fire, bro. Seeing one of my favorite characters in anime actually being more of like an adventure setting, on a voyage almost. And the opening is just so nostalgic for me, honestly. And then you have what everybody remembers GT for, Super Saiyan 4 and all of that, which I feel like they did better in that anime than Daima. It took him turning into a golden great ape, and then Pan calming him down for him to shrink and finally turn into SSJ4. And in this form, not only does he turn back into an adult, he's just way more mature and badass. I mean, Super Saiyan is supposed to bring your warrior spirit out anyway, makes you get more serious. So I like how in Super Saiyan 4 they kept this up by making him very serious. And his comebacks are just insane.
The broken buildings in the background for a headstone.
Now all we need is a dead body.
Now obviously they do have stupid characters like Super Android 17. Nobody asked for this. But I feel like overall it just wasn't a bad series. Definitely not as bad as people make it out to be. Like, I mean, I think we've all seen way worse continuations of series. It's like, let's come on. And I low-key feel like the unpopularity of GT is what made Daima. Daima's kind of split down the middle. We can all agree that the animation is fantastic, but a lot of people, even die-hard Dragon Ball fans, don't really like it and felt like it was unnecessary. But I feel like the GT hate is literally what made Toriyama make Daima. He wanted to see his idea succeed, which is why I feel like he didn't just make Goku a kid in Daima, he made everybody kids in Daima. And me, I ain't gonna lie, as long as there's boxing, I like it. And Daima, that was throwing hands. My favorite fight is when Goku fought that robot dude. Their names are very forgettable, my fault. But when bro was still using the power pole and throwing down like that, that was fire. Also, I feel like Goku's legacy was felt a lot in GT. Goku is essentially the protector of Earth and really the protector of the universe. Whereas in Super, you have the God of Destruction, angels, the Xenos. So Goku's just really the protector of Earth. Everywhere else, he has really no say-so. But in GT, all that stuff doesn't exist. In that show, it really felt like Goku was the strongest being that there was, and really everyone's only hope. Which is what makes the ending so special to me when the dragon takes him off. And then in the movie that takes place after GT was pretty good too, with Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. I like how they can literally see Goku in the crowd, but he's just some type of like ghost. It shows that Goku's always gonna be there when they need him. And he's kind of like the guardian of Earth that just oversees the next generation. They really made my boy some type of like mythical being or something. And my last point is GT signifies nothing lasts forever. You can see everybody getting older, like Bulma, Chi-Chi, and obviously Goku and Vegeta are Saiyan, so they age a little differently, but I feel like they definitely made them more mature and feel more like their actual age, like 60s, especially Vegeta with his new haircut. You can see that living on Earth has actually changed him a little bit. Goten doesn't even care about fighting or any of that. He's more into girls now. And obviously, Gohan is not getting out of those studies, bro. Whereas Super still takes the approach of like, oh, everyone's still hip and new, and they're introducing a lot of new characters, which I mess with Super. It also has some trash plot points as well, mainly being the power system being all fucked up, but obviously has its hype moments and stuff too. They're both great series. I feel like a lot of times people just need to learn to watch the stuff in the setting it was intended in. Like GT was really meant to be the end of Dragon Ball. In that regard, I feel like they did great. With that being said, y'all, signing off. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Drop a like and give me more stuff to talk about. Love y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.